Welcome back to the Delaware Way. I'm Larry Menti. We continue our look at some of the statewide and local elections in Delaware. Let me introduce you to Ciro Poppiti, who is a candidate for lieutenant governor. And right now you are the Register of Wills in Newcastle County. How does that experience prepare you to be lieutenant governor?
Oh, great question. Well, and being the Register of Wills is exactly why I'm running for lieutenant governor. You see, I'm sort of the ombudsperson for seniors and older Delawareans in Newcastle County, and that's exactly why I'm running, to protect older Delawareans and their caregivers, to get government and society rowing in one direction, because Delaware is aging, and we're aging at a very rapid pace. And unless we get ahead of the curve and start asking ourselves, how are we meaningfully going to deal with all of our aging population? And they're not a problem, they're an opportunity. Older Delawareans want to contribute. They want to be part of society in a meaningful way. And so being the Register of Wills is exactly the right experience.
There are 6 candidates.
Yes, there are.
What is so popular about lieutenant governor this year? Why so many candidates? Have you figured that out?
I have. I think it's each of us, and I would compliment everyone running. I think each of the candidates would make a great lieutenant governor, okay? But each of us wants to take the state in a different direction. I know exactly where I'm going, which is really being a voice for those who don't have a voice in Dover. I'm going to be a lobbyist for those like us who don't have a lobbyist, and most especially, and I come back to the topic of older Delawareans and their caregivers, because they really don't have a voice in Dover.
I get it, and this is your focus.
Yeah.
Is this a political strategy? Because with 6 people running, you have to have a constituency. You have to stand apart. And if you go after older Delawareans and you get older Delawareans, a political strategist once told me, the key to politics is old people vote. That's what he told me. So if you go after retirees, and that's taking a larger population, a larger portion of the population in Delaware day after day after day, with votes spread out among 6, that could give you the election. Is this all part of the strategy?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a political strategy. I would say it's a Ciro Poppiti strategy.
Okay.
All right? This isn't something
Is there
I woke up.
difference?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't just wake up and say, okay, I want to win, so this is going to be my strategy.
Okay.
All right? This is what I've been doing in a meaningful way, and I'll just give you a small example. So, Sarah, what do you know about protecting older Delawareans? Well, I'm very proud to say I was the founding chair of something called St. Francis Life. St. Francis Life is on the Wilmington Riverfront. It's a beacon. It is an innovative nursing home where we allow people to age in place. You stay at home in your own bed with family generally, and we pick you up every day and bring you down to St. Francis Life. And guess what? You have a dignity, you have all the care you would normally get in a nursing home, and bottom line, it cuts the cost to the state. I want to repeat that. It cuts the cost to the state in half. So this, again, it's not a political strategy. This is the Ciro Poppiti.
You're saying you didn't just come up with this because you're running for lieutenant governor.
Exactly.
You've lived this.
Exactly. And I'm sort of tired, and I'm saying this in a nice way, fighting the state in a sense that everybody in the state, from the state government and community, people are doing good things. I don't want to say they're not, but we're not rowing in the same direction. We're not doing cross department. We're not thinking holistically in terms of are we planning now for the next 10 years? Not just health, but transit. Not just transit, but first responders. We have folks calling 911 saying, I'm lonely. I can't get dressed. They need social services, and when we send them emergency services, we are breaking our first responders. And the volunteer firefighters will tell you, we're at a breaking point.
You might say, just by looking at the candidates, that Senator Hull Long would be the front runner, only because she's been down there and she's a powerful senator.
Right.
But now she has this, I don't even know if you could call it a scandal. So her husband has been caught in a recording allegedly using Section 8 housing lists to put pressure on people in Section 8 housing to vote for his wife. How do you feel about that, and does it change the race?
In the race I've run for Register of Wills, I've generally polled poorly. You know why? Because no one can say my name. Because when they hear, will you vote for Zero Properties? They say, who's that? And then they see my name in a ballot. I know that guy. I know that family.
I didn't mean to step on your punchline.
No problem. No problem. then in terms of the race itself, again, I think everyone running would make a great lieutenant governor.
So you're staying away from this?
Absolutely. But I like horse racing. Do you like horse racing? You put the blinders on and you just run as fast as you can. And that's really the direction that I'm going. I know exactly why I want to run. And by the way, in the last election, I earned 100,000 votes. 100,000 votes in this county. I think that's a great springboard to run.
So you're not going to
statewide.
comment on your opponent's problems?
Not at all. Because why do I need to? I'm running straight for the finish line.
Ciro, thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry.
It was great to meet you. Ciro Poppiti, candidate for lieutenant governor. When we continue, we will talk more about the primary election coming up in Delaware with a candidate for state representative who may not be a candidate. We'll explain when we come right back on the Delaware Way.